Hello, class. My name is Sean Quinn. I did my project on St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So I thought I'd start with telling you why I chose this location. I actually once took a cruise as a child to St. Vincent's. I'd be honest, I don't remember much except for clear water and beautiful beaches. And also, as a marketing major, I was interested because my job is to learn my target market, their personality, and their people. And to best do that, I picked the four categories of history, sociology, creative productions, and religion and spirituality. The two texts I thought best related to the islands were Barbados by Paul Marshall and Cultural and Identity and Diaspora by Stuart Hall. So I thought in Barbados, Mr. Wofford greatly related to the islands due to his isolations, such as the island's isolation on the map themselves. Um, he also lives a white lifestyle that is very much rooted in the past of white planters, which can also be found on the island through the wealthy elite. Um, and the island has endured a history of slaves in the past. Um, One big difference I see in Mr. Wofford, though, is that he is fearful of death and has racial disgust within himself, which makes him almost a slave of his own fear, which I think is the opposite of the island's population and past. They have a strong power of resistance in the past. Um, they're relentless and they're strong. Um, And onto Stuart Hall's essay, I summed it up in the first bullet to be the cultural identity is not only a matter of being, but becoming. Um, I think this greatly relates to the islands in their diverse races that have met throughout the past, such as West African slaves coming to the island, emerging with natives. Excuse me. And also foreign powers coming to the islands, changing the island's personality and how they live. To so going off the diaspora of different cultures, we have to look at their history. The natives of the island were Amerindians, settlements dating back to 150 AD. These people were later renamed Caribs by European colonists. Sorry, my throat's a little dry. um, and then in 1635, a Dutch ship actually sank with West African slaves off the island, whom liberated themselves and merged with Caribs. And these people came to be known as Black Caribs. The first foreign power to come to the islands and occupy it were the French, but then lost it to the British in battle. In 1795, with the support of the French, who here gave support to the Caribs and fought and fought back against the British, but failed. This here shows their strength and resilience um, against a big foreign power again. Um, the British actually left in 1838 due to a decline in the economy, leaving the island control to newly liberated slaves, again, merging personalities. And yeah, the island actually gained independence in 17, I'm sorry, in 1979, showing they're a very young country, still trying to figure out who they are, what systems best work for them, and yeah, they're still evolving. So onto sociology of the island. Um, the poorer citizens really embody the island's history of resistance. They are proud and unified and very much live off the land and sea. The wealthier Vincentians identify with their English and North American history and models of behavior. Education for the people of the island is free until the age of 8. And then they start working on farms, again, showing how they're community oriented and very much live off the land. Um, for the classes of the island, there's a small elite of foreign educated Black Vincentians and, again, those white planter families. A small middle class consisting of government and business, and a large class of the poor. These elite also then have access to luxury items and use standard English. The poorer communities are more oriented towards speaking Vincentian Creole, which is English based with elements of Spanish, Antillean Creole, and various Iberian Romance language. I'm sorry, I'm a little sick if you can tell. Um, the island is for the creative productions. Not very oriented towards visual and graphic arts unless they're independent. But the music and dance is very popular on the island. Some performance arts include calypso, soca, reggae, and gospel. They very much orient these dance and music into many festivals, such as the Maroon Festival, which uses West African roots um, through song, dance, and drum rhythms passed from the past generations. Other festivals include Mystique Blues Festival, the Bakia Easter Regatta, Vincy Mas National Dance Festival, Independence Day, 9 days of festival. Sorry. And you can see how each festival is very oriented um, within their beliefs and their practices. For their religion and spirituality, most of the natives used to worship their indigenous beliefs, such as polytheistic and nature worship, which is the worship in multiple gods for polytheistic. But later, European Christians actually convert. Sorry. European Christians actually converted the majority of island Caribs and West Africans to Christianity. And so, although they're predominantly Christian, Islanders still observe their past traditional values, such as um, seeing dreams as being real spiritual events, the still in the belief of supernatural powers, and their elders are very much viewed and respected as wise and with spiritual knowledge. So, in conclusion, as a marketer, I would tell you, I would tell you that you're selling to two target markets here: the wealthy elite and the large class of the poor. The wealthy elite are most likely looking for those luxury items that are most likely foreign. Um, and then the poor class are probably looking for things to help with their daily life. And to sell to these people, especially the poor, um, use their past of strength and resilience. Really make them embody that. Um, yeah, empower them. And yeah, I believe that's it. Thank you.